Okay, logarithms. Unit 9, even though this says unit 8. Okay, scratch that out. If it's not already scratched out, I think I might have done that already on yours. Okay, introduction to what we call logarithms. What a logarithm is, you're going to hear me call them logs, okay, for short. Just another way of writing exponents. So what I want you to do, put an X through all of this stuff because it's really not important and it's just going to confuse you. And I want you to write this. Log, little lowercase b next to it, that stands for base of a equals x. This is synonymous or the same as this right here. The base of an exponent with exponent x equals a. These two forms are interchangeable. And that's what the front side of this worksheet is all about, is just figuring out how to go back and forth between the two values, okay? One thing that's important to note, I can switch the sides of an equation, right? So this is the same thing as x equals log base b of a. Okay, I didn't change anything about that equation as far as just switching which was on which side of the equal sign, which we know we're allowed to do. 2 equals x is the same thing as x equals 2, right? I can switch the things on the side of the equal sign. Same thing here. A equals b to the power of x. It's the same thing, okay? These two equations right here are the same. These two equations right here are the same. Are we all good on that? Okay, cool. One more new thing to note. This part right here, it says common log. This means logarithm with a base of 10. So if we look here, this logarithm in this example, it's got a base or a little b of 10. Anytime that the base is 10, we don't necessarily have to write it. So anytime you see a log with no base written, that means it has a base of 10. Okay, anytime you see a log with no base written, what's the base? 10. Okay, cool. Now we're just going to fill out this chart. I'm going to do 2 of them, you're going to do the rest. So, I'm going to do the second one, okay? The base, the little number written next to the log, is a 9, so that's the base of my exponent. My exponent is the other number on the side of the equal sign, 3/2, equals my a value, which is 27. If I type into my calculator 9 to the 3/2 power, it should be 27. It's a true statement.
Where did you get these numbers from?
What? Yep, it's on this other side of the table. We're just going back and forth. Okay, I'm going to do the one right after that. Okay, so for this one, I'm going from exponential to logarithmic. So I'm going to write the word log. My little b, or my base, is going to be 14. My a value is the 196. Set equal to the x, which is the exponent of 2. And that's it, I'm done. So we're just going back and forth between the two forms. Use these notes up here. The only thing you need is what you wrote down. I want you to fill in the rest of the table. We'll go over it in like 3-4 minutes, maybe less. Okay, so on the first one, they give me logarithmic form. I'm going to exponential form. Okay, so again, going from logarithmic to exponential. So I know I need to find, first off, I need to find the base. What's the base? What? What is the base of this first one? 3. So that's going to be the base of my exponent. What is the exponent going to be? 2. That's what x is, okay? That's my exponent. And then what's the a value? 9. So 3 squared is 9. Is that true? Yep, cool. Let's keep going. Next one, 6 equals 36 to the 1/2. What'd you put down for logarithmic form? 36 of 6 equals 1/2. Perfect. Make sure you got that down. Perfection. Next one. 4.
Exponent of -2.
Yep.
Equals 1/16.
Perfect. Next one.
Log with 10 at the bottom. 1,000 equals 3.
Perfect. Could I also have wrote this one as log 1,000 equals 3?
Yes.
Why are those the same?
This is 10 to the third.
You don't have to write the 10, right? Yep, you don't ever have to write the 10 if you don't want to. But you can. I'm not going to count it wrong if you do. But if there's a 10, you don't have to write it. Okay. And then last but not least.
10 to -4.
Equals what? Perfect. 10 to the -4. And where'd you get that 10 from? Yeah, it's always the base if there's not one there. You got it. Perfection. Any questions on those? Okay, if those are confusing, only way they're going to get easier is with practice, okay, which is why we just did a whole table of them. All right, don't really care about this, okay, because we're going to figure out all these rules when we get down here, okay? So, first things first, we got to learn how to evaluate without using a calculator, okay? Am I going to have to do this on the test? No, you're going to get to use a calculator on the test, okay? And I'm going to show you a shortcut that makes this super duper easy, okay? But we do have to just learn how to set these up just because that is important to know, okay? So anytime I see something that looks like this, log base 7 of 49, and it wants me to evaluate it, okay? I don't know what this equals, right? So if I put it equal to a variable, I'm going to choose x. Then I could turn this into an exponential by just putting 7 to the x power equals 49. Well, if I think about that, 7 to what power is going to be 49? 2. So x equals 2 would be my answer. Everybody with me on that? Okay. I want you to try the next one. Log base 3 of 27. Okay, what'd you write down?
3 to the x equals 27.
Yep, 3 to the x equals 27. And what's x going to be?
8.
Okay, got to be really careful on these. So 3 times 9 is 27, but 3 to what power is going to be 27? 3. Yep, 3 to the third. 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27, and that is 3 3s. Okay, so got to be careful on those. We can see how this would be a little challenging without a calculator, right? Okay, the next couple that we're going to do without a calculator, I'm going to do with you, and then I'm going to show you this change of base formula. We'll do the last 4, and we'll be done for the day. Sound good? Okay, so this guy right here, 9 to what power equals 1 over 81? Okay, my first initial instinct, 9 to what power is going to be just 81? 2, okay, but this is 1 over 81, am I right? Okay, so if I have 9 squared, but I need to move that to the bottom, can't I do 1 over 9 squared, which is the same thing as 9 to the -2, which means x would be -2. Okay, that's just one of those rules. You don't have to have it memorized. If that doesn't make sense to you, you're going to get to use a calculator, so don't worry about it. But that is, x is -2, sorry. But that is one of those rules, okay? X is -2. Another one of those rules is right here. 4 to what power equals 4? Anything to what power equals itself? 1. So x is going to be 1. Anything to the first power is going to equal itself. Okay, here's one more of those rules. 19 to what power equals 1? Anything to what power equals 1? Not itself. That's going to be a pretty big number, 19 to the 19th. 0. Yep, anything to the 0 power equals 1. Okay, and those are actually going to be the special case rules that are right here, okay? A to what power equals A? That is 1, right? And then A to what power equals 0? What do we think? Yep, a to the 0, or sorry, a to what power equals 1, and that is 0. What? We're just doing the special cases here. Right here in the middle. A to what power equals 1, and that is 0. You got it? Okay, we just skipped a bunch, that's okay. Okay, almost done. I need you to cross off this change of base formula. I don't like the way it's set up. Cross it off to where you can't see it. This is the one that you're going to write, okay? Log base b of a, which is what we've been dealing with, right? Little b and a, is the same thing as log of a divided by log of b. Cool. So you're saying to me right now that if I go to a problem like this, what is a for this first problem? Log base 5 of 97. Which one's the 97? Thank you, Sean. Divided by log of b, which is 5. Okay, cool. My calculator will do this for me. Grab your calculator. Find the button that says LOG. Hit that. Okay? Type 97. Close the parenthesis. That's super important. Make sure you close the parenthesis. Divided by. Hit log again. 5. And hit enter and tell me what you get.
2.8.
Yep. And it says to round to the nearest thousandth if necessary. How many decimal places is that?
1 or 2.
One more.
3.
3. Yeah. 3.
2.842.
2.842. Awesome. 2.842.
That is crazy.
It's crazy. Tenths, hundredths, thousandths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always forget it because I thought at one point I thought it was thousands, hundreds, tenths.
Yeah, don't think like that. Okay, there's 4 more of these. Now that you know the formula, and again, it's log A divided by log B. Don't get it mixed up. Okay, I want you to do the other 4. Round to the nearest thousandths if necessary. Write them down. We'll go over them in 5 minutes, and we're done with notes for the day. Okay, we'll start with log base 3 of 130. What'd you type into your calculator? Log what on top?
Log 1/30 divided by log 5.
5. 3. Yep. And what'd you get
I just hold on.
when you rounded to the thousandths? Anybody want to help me out? Negative 3.095. Raise your hand if you agree with that. Negative 3.095. 3.096. Yeah, if we round up. Okay. Do we agree with that? Yeah. Anybody get anything different? Okay. Okay, number 3, what'd you type in the calculator? Yep, log negative 3. Guys, voices need to be off. We are going over these answers. If we want more homework, I can give it to you. Let's please pay attention. Okay, log negative 3 divided by log 4. What did we get when we typed that into our calculator? Undefined, right? It should say domain error, okay? That means undefined. This does not work, okay? We cannot take a logarithm if the a value is negative. You might want to write that down. Okay, if the a value is negative, you're going to get undefined. Okay, number 4, what'd you get when you rounded this one? Say what? I didn't hear you. Yeah. 2.921. We all agree? 2.921? Okay, cool. And then last but not least, undefined. We also cannot take the logarithm if the a value is 0. Okay? Cool. So if the a value is negative or 0, it's going to be undefined. But if it is a positive whole number, then it will be a number back. Okay? So your homework, guys, listen. My goodness. Homework, Delta Math. It's like 2 or 3 problems, I believe. It said the estimated time length is 2 minutes to complete that. You then have 1 homework page. So there is absolutely no reason why we should have any homework for this unit walking out the door today. No reason for it. Okay, I'm giving you a whole lot of class time. So get going on that. Use your time wisely.